Hey guys, welcome back to another day trading recap video. Today is, what is today? It's Wednesday, May 18th. Wow, and the market continues its slump. Nothing really too exciting. I was saying in the Discord earlier today that so in 2020 we had the big market sell-off, right? We had the COVID crash. But at the same time, I did some of my best trading because we get these huge runners like COVID stocks at the time, early 2020, and you could just be trading them, really nice front side moves, and there was just a lot of money in the market. You could really feel it. Today, or this sell-off, it's the exact opposite, where again, the overall market is selling off. Not nearly as aggressive each day as back in 2020, early 2020, but just a continuous sell-off, and you really feel the lack of liquidity, the lack of buyers and sellers, just the lack of money in the market. It's weird, and we're just not getting good moves. And every time we do get a move, it's just like a little pop up and then it disappears again. So it's been tough, and really you got to survive till you thrive. More than ever, and that's pretty much what we're doing here, where I'm pretty much limiting my trading. I'm using extremely small size, and I'm just kind of watching the market, doing some research, and trying not to do anything silly. Now, I did have two tickers that slid by me today, which is, I gotta say, a little frustrating. I'll talk about why they slid by me, which I think it will be a good reveal. So UPST, for example, this little booger slid right by me because, check this out. Volume here was down, 9% from yesterday. I'm always trading gappers, right? So for it to break back to even, it was already at halfway point, and then here, at the max, it was up 7%. So it was not even something I was really watching on my watch list, which you guys can see down here. Let me make some more room. It was not really on my watch list, but 5-minute breakout was nice. We had little pullbacks here. I mean, the volume is, it's not great, but it's okay. And then nice little front side right here. So yeah, it wasn't, your 30% in 3 1-minute candles, but hey, still, this was tradable for sure. And now there's a lot of red volume coming in, so I don't want to trade it anymore. But this one slid right by my radar. And another one really quickly that slid by my radar is GNUS. Look at this sub-dollar ticker. Really nice. Popped up very quickly here, and it was a 50% move altogether. Again, I'm not really crazy about these tickers that aren't even up 30% before I start trading them, but this ticker actually had pretty okay volume. I mean, it's a sub-dollar, but still pretty okay volume in this market. Some moves here, so I think those were really the best setups on GNUS and UPST, and I unfortunately somehow missed them. I think this one, because it was a sub-dollar, my scanner doesn't always pick up sub-dollars so well. It did pick it up at one point, but then I looked at it when it was in this area, and I was like, I'm not going to start trading near major daily resistance zone. So I left this one on the just alone. Overall today, I could have stopped trading earlier, and I would have been up around $200. I just did one last trade on DLO, and I gave back my profits on it. I was up pretty much like 180 on this one. In the end, though, today really feels like I had flashbacks today. It felt like one of those, 2 years ago where I did the small accounts challenge, and I was trading with like $500 position sizes. I would have like $40 days. Maybe a $60 day was like my max day, and sometimes I would have these like $30 red days. It was just a little bit little moves because I had small size, right? Today it really feels like that, where I have all these tiny winners. Not necessarily because I was using small size. On a lot of them I was just using like $1,000. But ultimately, I would be up 1%, and then I'd be back down 1%, and I'd be up, and I would just close it. We didn't get the resolution I was hoping for. So kind of choppy place here, and it's a scratch day. I could be down 100 or up 97. It just doesn't feel like really anything. It's just staying alive till we hopefully thrive and hopefully get a little bit more action. Now let's talk about probably one of the more interesting tickers besides the GNUS and UPST move that I mentioned earlier. I would probably give it to, this is tough, maybe, I don't want to just be biased because I'm up the most on it, but DLO had some good opportunities, and I should have really sized into this one. So DLO is a large cap here, data processing company, 300 million shares outstanding. I was about to say billion. 300 million shares outstanding and a $6.7 billion market cap right here. So, okay, that's pretty high. I'm not trading stuff like that. It's up on earnings, not like great earnings, but okay. And it had some room to run here about till 27, I was thinking. Had a nice little front pop here, pulled back, and then, it started that second leg. Classic gap and go, right? You have the gap, you have the consolidation, and then you have the go. Now, this ticker, again, also wasn't up that high. It wasn't, trading a huge amount of volume. I mean, relative, yeah, it's okay, but it's not like, the classic tickers we're trading. But it did have this one pop right here that was beautiful. Big 5-minute breakout, pulled back. It was on my scanner. I saw it. I had a huge limit order. I'm talking like 500 shares ready to go right here. It didn't go down lower, so I started chasing, and as it like popped down here, and then it popped all the way back up, and then it slowly crawled back down. I removed my limit order, and I basically started just trying to get filled because I was like, this is a perfect setup. 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback, above 9 EMA, room to run. Let's go. I just got my 150 shares filled, so this was like a $3,000 position size. I really wanted like a $15,000 position size. And then it popped up here, and I was like, great. I sold, but I sold even way too soon. I didn't think we would have this big of a breakout. I went for this 1-minute pullback looking for continuation. We didn't get that continuation, and I ended up, giving back my bulk of my profits right here. Of course, this one was the bigger size. It was almost 300 shares. Actually, yeah, it was 300 shares as opposed to this 150 shares. So this win percentage-wise was really nice. This loss percentage-wise was very small, but the position size was smaller. Then it finally actually does what I wanted it to do, but I was already out. Yeah, is what it is. But yeah, that's what I mean by lack of continuation. If you guys are ever wondering, like, what does he mean? It just, we don't get those second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth pullback. I mean, we've seen it all where the ticker just keeps running, right? So lately, it's rare where you see more than 2 pullbacks. So like this would be a pullback and this would be a pullback. Honestly, it's rare if you see more than 1 pullback because, yeah, this is the second pullback, but there was no continuation, right? So it kind of ends at that. So yeah, I gave back my profits on DLO, and I was like, that was kind of the one that I should have, if I really wanted to be green today, this is the one I would have had to get a little bit more aggressive on today. And then, I probably would have made, $500-600 in that pop, and then boom, I would have walked away. But I think because I had a little bit of FOMO and I was revenge trading here, I think that's why, I ended up taking a loss. And yeah, it's a good lesson to learn that, you want to get aggressive, right? That's always what I want. That's always what I say. Patience. That's what I was doing all pre-market. I was just very patient. I was waiting for a good setup. But then we got a setup, and I would say aggression. You want to get aggressive. So I realized, I was a little bit too conservative with that limit order. So I started chasing a little bit, got my fill, and it popped. So it worked, but I wasn't aggressive enough. And then size, right? You want to size. Patience, aggression, and size. So once, you're patient, but once you see the right setup, you want to get aggressive. And then once it's, ideally a hotter market and a good ticker, that's when you want to, do 5x size, 10x size. That's really when you want to start scaling. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to do 10x size, but in a market like this, but this is just like this much closer. Could have been a huge green day. So, or not a huge green day, but it could have been like a normal base hit green day as opposed to like a scratch day, which we've been having just consistently across the board now for what feels like 4 or 5 weeks. It's been slow. These other tickers, let's just go through them really quickly, starting with PIK. What do we got here? This ticker was kind of choppy, low volume, nothing really too interesting. I traded this one. Where did I trade this ticker? It wasn't here. I think I traded this one pre-market somewhere in, I traded this breakout right here, and it instantly flushed down back on me and started crawling back up, and I closed this one for a small win, I guess. Nothing really too interesting. VERU. Nasty ticker. Why are none of my trades showing up? It's so annoying. Here we go. Breakout here. I bought this pullback. Again, no continuation. A lot of red volume at the open, so it wasn't really that interesting. Look at this on the daily chart near a lot of resistance right here in this area. 5-minute, just disaster. AGRI. This one kind of interesting. A ticker we've been trading a lot lately. Had a nice little move in the last few days, but the relative volume is very low, and it's a bit hectic the way this one's been behaving. Again, my trades are not showing up. Let's see if we can No, yeah, there we go. So I traded this this pullback or this breakout here at 295 roughly, looking for that continuation. Didn't get it. There was a big breakout here. I traded this one, actually worked, but very small size, and I closed kind of for break even because I entered right around here, and then it just sold off on me so aggressively. It did pop up really quick, and I just kind of got out because I don't know. I don't really like when those tickers sell off so fast. It just feels really unnatural, and it's not my style. So a lot of scratches really is what's going on. Look at this Coinbase over 71. That's nice to see. RDBX. Yeah, next ticker here, daily low relative volume, very low relative volume, and we're at this resistance on the 9 EMA looking pretty heavy, so we have a lot of resistance to break through. On the 5-minute, this ticker was okay. Yesterday closed high and held that, so we had a big move, consolidation, and a second leg that was starting but ended prematurely with a lot of sell volume. That's not very nice. I went for a small move here, looking for that continuation. Of course, we didn't get it. I don't know, maybe I have to start trading the range in this market. I think that I'd probably do a lot better if I was range trading right now. I'm not sure how much energy I want to put to like trading a different strategy. I'm totally content with trading my strategy. Yeah, it's going to be a little slower right now because my strategy is quite aggressive, and you need to be quite bullish and optimistic for it to work. But the market's basically the opposite of that right now. But at the same time, I don't mind. I don't want to like confuse myself, and then the market picks up tomorrow or next week or next month, and all of a sudden I'm in a totally different mindset, and I start losing money when I should just continue trading my strategy because you know how it is as a trader. The grass is always greener on the other side, and great. It's good to have like 2-3 strategies maybe, but honestly, if you're just starting out, one strategy until you really master that one, and I feel like I haven't even mastered this strategy yet. There's no point in trying too many different things because you will trip over yourself, and I don't know. It's better to distract yourself doing something else, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Don't forget to drop a like and consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of this community. Like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.